now.
And we should now be live. Hello, everyone. This is the second episode of Skill Check. We have tonight, returning from last week, we have Odds playing Elfie Soft something. Soft Flame. Elfie Soft Flame. We have Suspicion playing Solana Vafine. We have Julius playing Tamlin Fairfeather. And we have a newcomer, Cam, playing Young Tog Skullsplitter the Barbarian. Cam is currently having a little bit of issues with his microphone, but he should be on with us shortly. So we'll do a really quick roundtable and just have everyone introduce their character. So let's start with you, Audrey.
Hold on. Before she goes, mute your stream. You're getting back feed.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the live feed.
Oh.
Go ahead, Audrey.
Okay. I'm playing Elfie Soulflame. She's a noble human and a wizard.
Okay. Suspicion, tell us about your character.
I'm playing Solana Vafine, and she's a bard, and that's about it.
Okay. Julius, tell us about your character.
My character is the mentor of this group. He is a slightly highly level. He is an elf, and he is blind, and he can be quite grumpy at times. Though he actually really does love his little assistants.
And I guess we'll hold off on introducing you, Yuntog, until you get your microphone figured out. So with that, we will go ahead and pick it up. So last time, you guys had worked your way into an Etten camp that was manned by a whole bunch of goblins after journeying through the Forgotten Forest. You had a few encounters with the goblin, and... I'm sorry, what? Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Me?
Yep, we can hear you. So, sounds like microphone issues are worked out.
Okay, so my character's name is Yuntog Skull Splitter. He's 25-year-old 6'3" orc, which is pretty well me. And yeah, he's a pretty good fit for me, in my opinion, anyway.
Good to hear it. So anyway, like I said, you were previously wandering through the Forgotten Forest. You had a chance encounter in the Fey Realm. Then you got to meet the Etten, who was the goal of your dreams, to talk to him about Bad Frul and not allying with him. You successfully convinced him to side with your group by hunting down some Fey creatures that were causing him to have issues sleeping. And afterwards, you have returned to the village of Parnast. And when you arrive, you find that Azam, the person who had given you your job, has actually left, and in his stead, another agent of the Emerald Enclave has been left and has a new job for you. He relays to you that you are to head out and meet Azam. Actually, you're going to be heading across a desert, so he recommends that you get some hot weather gear, because you are going to head across the Anarok Desert to... What is the name of the city? The caravan stop of Verithil. You are going to meet Azam there and work with him to bring a shipment of goods and weaponry and various other things back to Parnast. And the Emerald Enclave messenger that you meet is our friend here, Yuntog Skullsplitter. So you may now discuss amongst yourselves. He has been instructed to go with you and assist you.
Great, yeah,
Another
one. Excuse me?
No, don't mind me. Just an old man mumbling to himself.
He's just very
so
grumpy. You have to forgive him.
Yeah, I
Who
got
said
that.
that?
He's rather... He's a rather rude man.
It's about this time you notice the milky white pupils of Tamlin's eyes, and you realize he is blind.
And facing the wrong direction.
Oh, I thought he just had a really good beard. I see. So
Elves don't have beards.
I wave my hand in front of his face and pull a couple of faces.
Tamlin, you feel a hand whooshing in front of your face.
Yeah, I comment smell of breathing at me.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably some pretty foul breath. So yeah,
So yeah, we got some goods. We're gonna take them back to
Oh,
Parnas, or
sick man.
or we're going to Verithil, right?
You're going to Verithil to retrieve the goods and escort them to Parnast with
Right.
Azam.
Are we ready to go?
Well,
Everybody
we're
got
not
your?
gonna get some hot weather gear.
Yeah, you do have hot weather gear, so you should be good to go.
Oh.
Okay.
Hot
Sweet.
weather gear is taking parcels of clothing off. That's my hot weather gear.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong.
Fair enough.
Let's get on the road then.
Easy peasy.
By the way, my character is extremely old and frail and very pale. So any kind of harsh sunlight is going to be amazing for his complexion.
Would you like some sort of carriage or wheelchair? You gonna be okay?
Have to wheelchair him through the desert. I don't think that would work well. The sands.
Yeah,
I've been making trips to Verithil since before you were born.
I look at
I'll be
Elfie and
fine.
shake my head.
I grab Tamlin by the arm and lead him towards the door.
I pat your hand as we go. That's nice. At least somebody knows how to treat an old man.
Okay, you set out across the desert. There's nothing like the desert to make people feel small and insignificant. In every direction, huge dunes roll across the landscape and an even bigger sky looms above. The oasis of Verithil is a motley collection of sun-bleached tents in the vast Anarok desert. Through various means, it has been arranged that you would meet Azam in the large Kalishman-styled tent that passes for a tavern here. A pair of tieflings who have been unaffected by the heat eye approaching visitors warily. The dim interior of the tent is a relief from the bright light and wind, though it's as hot here as anywhere else. The gentle sounds of stringed instruments fill the air, and people inside are hunched over food, drink, and conversation. A dragonborn with rust-colored scales greets you and guides you to a private table. There are a few other adventurers here. The Dragonborn delivers water as well as dates, olives, and bread. Before long, you are joined by the lean, half-elven man known as Azam. He is clad in practical desert gear. He also has the pseudo-dragon you had seen with him previously, Hasing, wrapped around his shoulders. The pseudo-dragon stirs, blinking with milky irises and sniffing the air. It gives the man a nod before shifting its wings and settling back down to snooze. Hasing, my patron, the man gestures to the snoozing dragon as if it were a perfectly normal thing, is most pleased you have come to meet us here, and hopefully you are ready for the long journey. We would like you to help us deliver a statue to Parnast.
What kind of statue?
It is a statue of... It is... The statue is for the Shrine of Axes and was made in the Anarok Desert by artisans here. It is not small and it is not light. I don't know if it's magical, but I don't really care. We've been paid to transport it, and that's what we plan to do.
Sounds
What
like
we
my
get
kind
out
of
of
object.
I was
Well,
about
we
to
get
comment that sounds like something Yuntag would be carrying.
Yeah.
No, I'll just string it between you two healers. Should be
So-
right.
He says, we also have to carry back some weapons, supplies, and then, of course, supplies for the trip. So we'll have a total of 4 caravans. We'll have enough camels and drivers for each of the caravans, and you are to be hired as guards to make sure that the delivery arrives promptly.
The spice must flow.
Indeed. I can
How
tell
much
you
time
that
do we have to make this delivery?
they prefer it to be there as soon as possible, but with everything we have to bring with us, it will take about a 10-day to arrive there.
All right.
Um, I would like to get leaving as soon as possible to shorten the trip, but if you need to take time here to prepare anything, or if there's anything you would like to do, you can get that out of the way.
I take a nap.
You just plop there
I
on the
get that out
table
of the way.
floor.
Tamlin, wake up. We need to leave now.
Let's just leave Tamlin and
Oh.
go have a look around.
Also, everyone give me intelligence nature checks. So,
I suppose we're staying. I can't open anything in the app in the program.
do you have your character sheet open? If you click PCs, you should
I
see.
can't even click PCs.
Really, what does it show you
It's
then?
all everything's grayed out there.
Hmm.
Well, it should be gray.
Yeah,
But if you
I'll
click,
try restarting.
okay, yeah, you can restart and rejoin. I'll roll it for you in the meantime.
That would be fantastic.
Okay, Tamlin, Solana, and Yuntog. You know that the heat and sandstorms can be very dangerous, and any ill-equipped caravan will have a lot of trouble. You also don't want to be caught wearing any heavy or metal armor, as you'll have a hard time dealing with the heat.
It's a good thing that our only beefy character is a barbarian, so
Right.
he's probably got a loincloth and that's about it.
Right, who can tank with his face.
So I'm going to go
Either
out
you want
to.
me.
Well, we definitely need a tank in the group. I'm gonna go out and make a big deal of inspecting the caravan, the carts and stuff, which is going to be increasingly interesting since I'm blind. I'm just gonna start just putting my hands on the sides of the wagons and just feeling them around and like reaching underneath and checking the wheels and stuff.
Works now.
Very elaborate.
Okay, I'm gonna go help Tamlin with that.
Okay, you set out and you start feeling up various wagons that you are unfamiliar with. You get some weird looks from some merchants as you bang around on the outside of their wagons, but they don't seem to pay you too much mind.
Can I roll a, let's see, an insight check to see if I find anything amiss with the wagons?
Sure. Go ahead and give me an insight check. You don't see anything that seems out of the ordinary. Once you finally, you don't feel anything out of the ordinary. Once you actually get shown to the proper wagons, you start kind of feeling around.
Was I on the wrong wagons at first?
Originally, yes, but you eventually found your way there. But yeah, you
Fantastic.
inspecting the contents, you find one of them contains just the statue. One contains various weapons. Another contains supplies, specifically like supplies for the village of Parnast, and then you find another that contains supplies and water for the trip. So it has several big barrels of water and all the food you'll need.
Okay,
etc.
after finding all this,
I moved to the weapons cart.
Okay.
cool. I motion Elfie to come over here, and I'm like, go find Solana, and I want you two to go and find us some nice light robes to take out to the desert, so to keep us the sun off of us. And I hand her a couple pieces of gold to go out and buy them.
Okay.
I head over to Solana then, and we go shopping.
Shopping time.
What color do you think Tamlin and Yundog will want for their cloaks, Elfie?
Definitely think pink. You know, and
Oh.
nice, like bright.
Well, we need. Tamlin should have a bright cloak so we don't lose him.
Definitely something that will
And a
stand out
bell.
against the-
Get
And
some bells
probably a
for
bell.
you guys, so I know where you all are.
Yeah.
Tie bells around their neck. Like cats. Yeah, you're able to go purchase some cloaks. Most of the cloaks that they have, they're more of a tan and brown and gray kind of style.
But we
fitting
do
with
find one pink cloak.
Yep, you do
And
find the
that one
one
is for
pink cloak
Tamlin.
for
Yep.
Tamlin.
Thank you.
Do not give a rip.
You
Good
assure
anthem
him
here.
it is the most desert-worthy camouflage.
Joke's on you, pink reflects heat.
I would like to inspect the statue that we're transporting and detect magic on it if I could.
Well, good call.
Yeah, you can actually detect magic as a ritual because you are a wizard. So that means you can just take an extra 10 minutes to cast it instead of taking one action, and it won't waste a spell slot for you.
Okay, let's do that.
I'll assume you do that.
Yes.
And going out and checking the statue, it doesn't. It does have a little bit of a magical aura, but not much. It's pretty much the magical aura like you would expect around most like religious artifacts and religious items. Anything you'd find in a shrine that has some bit of divine magic, but nothing super strong, and it's not like something you're going to be wielding in any way.
Okay.
So can I walk over to that and lift it up and see if there's a hole in the bottom?
Yeah, you can try to lift it up. What is your strength?
My strength is 17.
17. Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength check. Actually,
Yep,
you can
which-
do an athletics check. So if you go to your skills tab.
Oh,
it's
okay.
athletics.
Yep.
And you should be able to click the
So
plus
which-
5.
Yep. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you're able to lift it up a good way, and you definitely do not think that it is hollow. You don't see
Yep.
anything out of the ordinary under it, like there's no hidden compartments or anything in the wagon. So
Yep. I was looking for a place to hide my weed.
It's gonna be one of those trips, huh? I am a druid. I know. I have got herb lore.
Well, I go and gather everybody around and ask them if they're ready to go.
Yep. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, I was
Tamlin?
going to say, is Tamlin still asleep, or do we have to wake him up?
No, we
No,
kicked
I
him
was
awake.
out inspecting the barrel or the wagons and stuff. I'm good.
Yeah, well, you could have gone to sleep again if you can go to sleep in
Could
an
have.
instant. He's
Narcolepsy could be a thing too.
oh, no.
blind, you're narcoleptic, you're an old man, so you've got
Alfie,
man
should
needs-
we tie the bells around part of the caravan too, so he doesn't
Yeah.
get lost?
I think we should tie a bell around Tamlin and the caravans. Sounds like a good
Okay.
plan.
Yep.
Just follow the sound of the bells, Tamlin, and you'll never get lost.
So yeah, so what you need to do is you tie it on a stick in front of him and tell him you're tying the bells to you, so that he thinks he's always following you.
No, that would be mean.
Well,
I trust these guys.
it's fun
well,
to be
just-
mean to
just-
the blind guy, right?
No.
Just tie them to the statue. Is that,
Yeah.
that an option?
Yeah,
Sure. I mean,
we should
at this
definitely
point-
put one on the statue.
I mean, if you
Well,
got
that-
enough rope, you can
that'd make
tie it to
they'll
pretty
know
much
what to
anything.
move.
Yeah, I mean you can tie it to anything you can tie rope to. The only limit is your imagination.
Why don't we just rope him to the statue? That'd just mean nobody steals it.
Not even on a
All
tether,
that
we
means
just
is
wrap
to
it
get
around
me
him.
with the statue. That doesn't mean anything good. If I'm tied up against the statue, it's just like, well, I guess I take a nap and go with the statue.
No, I don't think we should tie him with the statue. That might hinder him in case
Pretty
we
good at
encounter any enemies.
Yeah, I'm quite good with my shillelagh.
Okay, we ready to go at?
Yes.
Is there a wagon master?
Azam is playing the role of the wagon master for this caravan.
Okay, I go
Everyone
up and
else is
sit with him, and we discuss strategy of defending the caravan.
Okay.
Okay. What? Yep, okay.
Travel in the Anauroch Desert is slow, hot, and full of blistering sun. There are no clouds, no promise of water anywhere. Azam likes to start moving well before sunrise when the moon's full glory makes the dunes look like mountains of diamonds. The sunrise is a gorgeous spill of pink and gold across the horizon, but the baking sun is soon pounding on everyone like a hammer in a forge. Vultures occasionally soar overhead, hoping that someone has died in the heat. And as you
I look up and
travel...
swear at the vultures.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I look up and swear at the vultures.
You swear at the vultures. They are not going to be eating on you this day, you vow. And as you're traveling, you learn that the camels you have are particularly foul-tempered.
And smelling.
And smelly. You can definitely smell them, Tamlin. They are not shy on that front.
Yeah, you should see them.
I go up and I start.
Wait.
I walk up to a camel and I start talking to it, and I'm like, "Yuntog, why are you over here?
What
Get
was he
back into a
talking
position." A camel.
I just pick him up and move him back.
What? What?
Sorry, the camel kicked you, bruh.
Camel? We've got camels? I thought they were just stinky horses.
So after a couple nights of travel, everyone, tell me what you want your watch order to be. Like who you want to be watching for trouble throughout the night. So decide on who goes first, second, third, etc.
Well, I can go first if you'd like, because I'm not really very tired.
I'll go second.
I'll go last. And Tamlin can't watch anything.
Yeah, Tamlin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, good call.
Tamlin, just take a nap.
I set the quote-unquote watch to the people who have working eyes.
Tamlin's watch, he saw nothing, but everything's gone when they wake up.
Yeah.
I saw
Flies
nothing!
bells around everything.
There was some rustling earlier, but I didn't see anything, so...
The wagons are in cinder blocks.
The sand people have come again. Jawas, goddammit.
Yep.
Well, I take Elfie and ask her if she'd just like to lay down and take a rest while Yuntog watches our camp.
Okay. On the third night you guys are out, everyone give me perception checks.
That doesn't bode well.
There. Oh, well.
Sorry, guys. I'm not very good at.
I'm
Solana,
a perceptive blind man.
on your
I
watch,
can't believe the blind man's better than me.
Oh wait, I didn't have a watch, so I don't even count.
yeah, you don't
That's
need to
great.
roll.
Yeah.
You're not watching.
I'm always watching.
Always
I mean, you're watching
watching
black.
Wazowski.
Yeah,
Watching the blackness.
great.
So Solana, during your watch, the drivers and Azam have bedded down for some sleep, leaving the caravan guards to do their duty. The nighttime desert is bitterly cold and dry. Camel spiders, sand scorpions, snakes, and large-eared hopping mice come out of the night to casually murder each other. They also try to get in the tents. You see flickering movement that resolves into furtive, small humanoid shapes sneaking towards the wagons. The moonlight glints off off the steel of their weapons.
This is my watch?
Yes. So you see someone
Okay.
sneaking up.
Wake us up. Hint.
Yeah. So I grab my bell that's so conveniently attached to me, and I start shaking it horribly loud and screaming, "Wake up, everybody!"
I rush out of my tent to see what's happening.
Yep. You rush out of your tent. I assume, Tamlin, you get up and start doing your old man routine and have to make your oatmeal and
Yup.
Ronan's like 5
Put my
more
teeth back
put
in.
your teeth in.
Yep.
So everyone rushes out of their tents, and yes, you do see a group of goblins sneaking up on the caravan.
It's with the effing goblins.
I pull my sledgehammer out and rush them.
Yep. Everyone roll initiative.
Ugh. Okay.
someone.
Oh wait, I checked intelligence. Rip.
And of the goblins, you see one of them appears to be riding a large beast. Which
Is it that beast a warg?
it might be. It might be a
It might
warg.
be. Yeah, like the blind man knows behind the wagon. Yeah, okay.
You
I'll wait my
can
turn.
you can smell a warg. So Solana, you actually go first.
Oh goodness.
What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Um,
Hmm. Can I go smack Goblin too?
You could. You could also,
Yeah.
if you really wanted to, you could walk out in the middle of them and use a thunder wave to hit a bunch of them. But that's
But then
Yeah,
you'd be
let's
in
do that.
the middle of
right.
them.
Then you'd be right in the middle of them.
Well,
What's your range attacks like? We have a meat shield for once.
I start cursing at all of the goblins with vicious mockery.
There you go. Vicious Mockery is a
And
nice ability. It scales really well with levels because giving the opposition disadvantage is always a good thing.
Right.
okay.
It's never a bad thing.
How do I do this again?
So you
Curse
press,
at them.
yeah, you press Control to target whoever you want to target. Then on your
Okay.
Actions tab, you have your spells. So you'd click the magnifying glass next to Vicious Mockery, click Save, and click the damage.
You
Can I target all four of them?
You can only hit one person with Vicious
Oh.
Mockery.
Okay.
technically the
Goblin.
application allows you to do that, but you're supposed to target
Right.
one with that spell.
Okay. Let's just do that one and hit save. Right.
Yep, so click the Save button, and he fails, so go ahead and click the Damage button.
Nice.
Okay.
And you start yelling at him about how short he is, and it really hurts his feelings.
You literally hurt his feelings enough that it physically hurt him. That's what Vicious Mockery is.
Good.
Yep.
You said you insulted his mama so bad that he's bleeding.
And next goes the regular goblins. So the regular goblins see old Yuntog up here, and they immediately two of them immediately rush him because they are afraid of the big guy. So they want to try to overwhelm him. Yuntog, one of them dashes at you and starts attacking with his scimitar, but he swings wide and misses horribly. Another one does the same, but he actually hits. And he hits you across the side for 6 points of damage. And then the next two are going to go after Elfie. Ooh, and the first one will hit you with a critical hit, Elfie. He brings down his scimitar over your head, but it is not enough to knock you down.
I want to point out that if we let the DM place us on the board, we should have. Next time, let's place ourselves.
And a second one comes
Putting the
up
mage out front
and
was.
stabs you as well and
DM.
knocks you down, Elfie.
Oh,
Oh no!
Don't worry, I'll get you back up. Or the bard will, one of us.
Oops, I made you big.
I was wondering what was happening.
There.
Do I get a turn or am I dead?
You make a death saving throw, which it does automatically, and you succeed. So that means you're not closer to dying. And Tamlin, it is now your turn.
Okay, well, I was gonna shillelagh, but,
Well, you could healing word to get her up.
I know, but that's also a bonus action. Or a
That's
spell.
true.
You know, I can't do both.
Right.
So I am going to move here. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Elfie because I actually like her being around.
Aw, thank you.
And there we go for that. Yeah. Max healing. And then I'm going to use my short bow on Goblin 2. And hit the MFer.
Yep. Your arrow flies true and strikes him right in the skull and knocks him down.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. And now the goblin riding the warg charges up, and he starts yelling in Goblin, which I don't think anyone speaks.
No.
Wait,
Nope.
do we not have Ollie or whatever the heck his name was? The pretend.
Taboo.
Yeah, Boo.
No, you left him with the Etten, remember?
Oh, we
yes.
did.
You
That
sacrificed
was
him to the Etten.
Oh, poor Abu.
So
Yeah.
Abu is no longer with you.
We should have kept a boo.
yeah. In hindsight, that is was a mistake.
So yeah, the leader of the goblins, just comes up here and he starts yelling and pointing in Goblin, and he just some screeching.
So-
you think he's probably commanding them to kill you.
So this particular group of goblins is, since I'm blind and can't see how they look, do I notice that the dialect of goblin that they're speaking is similar to the type of goblins that we fought before, or
Give
Do
me
I
an
recognize-
insight check.
yay, I'm good at those. Yeah, I am.
While you don't know Goblin, you do think they seem to be speaking a sort of different dialect.
Okay,
but
so it's
kinda
not the
hard to
same
tell.
group.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to know is if we let that one guy live, if he's coming back at us.
Yeah, so you think it's different.
Okay.
Yuntog, what would you like to do? So, as a barbarian, you could fly into a rage and attack with your great axe the goblins that are in your face if you wish. Yuntog, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you.
Okay, that's better, righto. Okay, yes, I would definitely like to fly into a rage,
Okay.
especially seeing as how I'm wounded. I think that would be the thing to do.
Yep. So if you want to target
And-
someone, you just press Control and click on them in that little,
Yep.
little window, and you have all your actions on your action tab. So
Yep. And I will target Goblin 4 because he's the one who hit me before.
yep.
And I will smack him pretty hard with my great axe. So 14 plus 5.
Yep, that is a hit. So go ahead and roll me some damage. That's in the box next to the what you just rolled.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep, you cleave him in half pretty much. You've actually dealt enough damage
Mad.
to flat out kill him. He is not even dying.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah, these things are easy.
Yeah, and can I still move?
Oh yeah, you could. Well, if you move, you will provoke an attack of opportunity from this other goblin next to you.
Only if he moves out of his range, though, right? Like you can
Right.
still move, or position yourself. Like you could actually put yourself between Elfie and the other one because you're still technically within range of the first guy.
Right.
Yeah, that was where I was gonna move.
Yep. So you can move there if you wish. So right here.
Yep.
Yep.
Just
that is
there.
something you can do, and you will not provoke if you
Yep.
go there, because you only provoke if you move
Yep.
out of the area they can attack.
Yeah. Well played. Well played.
And Solana, what would you like to do?
I'd like to move first. Is it control or can I just move it?
You can just move it. I haven't locked the
Okay.
token, so you can just move.
I'm gonna come over here and protect the wagon with Tamlin. And then can I heal our barbarian?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so cure wounds, right?
You'd actually need to move up next to him if you want to cure
Oh,
wounds,
okay.
which you can.
Well,
You can
then
certainly do.
let
You
me
can,
get
yeah.
behind them then.
Yep. If you move right next to Elfie,
Yeah.
you can heal him.
Okay.
Hashtag attack healer.
Right? Is that the right roll, I
Yep.
guess?
Yep.
Okay.
Boom.
Alright, good.
Oh, look at that.
You have actually healed him up to full.
Good, good, good.
Oh, Max.
Yep.
Alright. Protect us, thank you.
What up?
Yep. Use your face. Use your face.
And the goblins turn their
Uh.
attention on the giant half-orc with a great axe.
With the smelly breath.
Yes, with the smelly breath.
Have a smelly breath contest with the goblins.
Yes. I breathe on him and it knocks him out.
The first one brings his scimitar on you, but since you are raging, you don't take nearly as much damage as he thinks you would, because you have rage damage reduction.
Oh, mad. That's
And
helpful.
The second one, as well, will attempt to attack you. And he does as well. But
Are
he
these like
also
super goblins or something?
No,
They
he
are
is normal.
hitting us like crazy. Well, I guess they're hitting him. What's your AC?
Yeah, so the second goblin as well clips you with his scimitar, but it doesn't seem to be as effective as he would have liked.
Yep. Easy.
And Elfie, what would you like to do?
I want to use the Burning Hands spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could actually, from where you're at, you could catch Goblin 3, the Warg, and the boss. The Goblin boss,
Okay.
if you wish.
Get
Nice.
How do I aim it?
You don't really need to aim it, just select your targets, but if you wanted
Okay.
to, this is what it would look like.
Yeah, okay, cool. And then I just press save and then damage.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, you have to target them, so
Okay.
I'll target them for you. Then you can click
Thanks.
save and damage. Okay, go ahead. And then go ahead and roll damage. And you completely incinerate Goblin 3, but the Warg and the Goblin boss didn't seem too terribly phased by your burning hands. They managed to jump out of the way just in time.
Yeah, I saw 2 6s there. On D6 rolls. Wow.
Yeah.
And Tamlin, what would you like to do?
I am first going to take a second to take in the rush of heat and the screaming of burning goblins and thank the Emerald Order or the Emerald Conclave or whoever I work for
The
for
Emerald Enclave,
actually
yes.
sending me competent apprentices this time. The last the last ones didn't make it to the second adventure. And I am going to cast Fairy Fire on the Warg and the Goblin boss,
Okay.
or at least attempt to.
You need to target them first, Tamlin.
I
Okay.
did.
There, they're targeted. I've done it for you.
I clicked it anyway.
Looks like
Boss
the,
saves. I got
yep,
the Warg.
the Goblin boss moves out of the way and blocks your fairy fire with the Warg.
Yep, and my signature chartreuse flames erupt from the Warg.
Yep, even though you have no conception of what chartreuse could even be.
Yeah, this is a blind man's conception of what chartreuse. It's probably like yellow or something, but
The Warg and the Goblin boss. The Warg carries the Goblin boss up for him to attack, and the Goblin boss attempts to go after you, Yuntog.
Oh, yay. That's helpful.
He does not like the giant half-orc who is tearing through his men.
Easy.
And he misses you, so he starts swinging wildly like an amateur.
it's because
And-
his Warg's on fake fire.
Yep, the brightness
Oh, what
of
a
his
pussy.
Warg is distracting him. And it is your turn, young dog.
Easy peasy. I will target. I don't know. I'll target the goblin boss because the warg's on fire, and I don't particularly want to set my hands on fire.
It's a magic fire. It actually makes it easier to hit
Yeah.
them.
It actually gives you advantage to hitting him.
So like you can definitely tell this is not natural fire.
Yeah, it won't break.
Okay.
It's a
So
debuff.
which? Okay, so which has more HP at the? Actually, no. Yep. Okay, I will. Actually, yep. I'll target the warg, get him out of the way, and I will attack him with my great axe.
And you hit.
Barely.
Yeah.
With advantage. Ouch.
So go
But
ahead
you
and roll
hit.
me some damage.
There we go.
Oh,
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
pretty
you,
good.
You take a good gash into him, and the warg does
Yep.
not look happy.
yay!
you
We've got a rather annoyed pig.
You cause him to...
It is a giant wolf, is what a warg is.
But
You see the Hobbit movies,
Yeah.
the wolf riders. That's what
Yeah.
he's
Yep, that's
doing.
what they're writing. But you bring
Oh,
down your
okay.
great axe, and you basically break one of his legs. He is now limping. Solana,
Easy.
what would you like to do?
This is the bad kind of pupper.
Yes.
Can
Angry Papa.
I cast Thunderwave and hit the warg and the goblin boss without hurting Elfie and Yontong from where I am?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hit the both of them.
Without
That's
hitting
what I want
friendlies?
to do. Without hitting you guys.
Oh wait, so I'm sorry, I mixed you and Elfie up. You're on the wrong side of
Yeah,
them.
I'm on the wrong side.
But you
Alright,
could
I'd
if you
like to
approach.
move
and-
over here
Yep,
then.
Yep, you can get them from there.
Okay. Can you select both of them for me? Because I'm having an issue.
Sure. There you go.
I feel like. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Alright. Do I roll damage or nah?
Yep, go ahead and roll damage.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Alright.
There you go. You kill the warg and you send the goblin boss flying.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah, he's not looking happy at all.
your blast is strong enough to completely knock the warg to death. And the goblin boss, you launch him into the wagon here.
Does he take any damage for smacking up against the wagon?
Oh yeah, sure, I'll give him a little bit of damage. He'll take, okay, that's more than a little bit. 6 points of damage, which will actually kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, woohoo!
All that's left is a single goblin who disengages and runs away.
I swear to God, that wagon is OP.
Yeah.
Elfie, what would you like to do? You have a goblin running away.
I'm yelling, shoot her! Shoot her!
Can I hit him with any of my spells or?
Doesn't your fire blast, can that hit?
Yeah, you could hit him with firebolt,
Or bolt, yeah.
or magic missile if you wish.
Ooh, magic missile.
See if you can cripple him.
Yeah, which I might do firebolt.
So, yeah, firebolt, you'll make an attack to roll, but magic missile is a first level spell,
Okay.
and if you use that, it automatically hits. There's no
Okay,
roll
I'll
to
use
make.
that
And
Yeah, you
actually-
just straight roll damage.
And you actually hit 3 times with it. So you see it deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage. You hit with that 3 times automatically.
Okay.
If
So
you-
It's almost a guaranteed kill.
Yep, so roll it again. You have killed him. So you have an extra missile that you could shoot Tamlin with if you wish. Or anyone else.
Or you can put it up in the air like a firecracker, you know.
uh,
You don't have to hit the blind man with the sparkly
So-
force damage.
Yep,
Just get him in the butt with it.
He tries
Right
to
in the
run
butt.
away. He tries to run away, but you point your finger at him and a few little magic darts fly out and ping him in the back.
What
Kill
in the
him.
butt?
Yep, right in the butt.
In the butt.
What in the butt?
And you have successfully killed these goblins. Murdered them straight away.
What?
I immediately start walking over to Solana, and I'm like, "Was that really worth waking me up?"
Yes, yes, it was.
And I immediately go
Well,
back
I
to
would have died, so yeah.
leave
Can
an
we
old
go
man to his sleep for a
rest
bunch of
now?
I'd
gabbins.
like to, before we rest, I'd like to check on the statue
Yeah, you
that
can
we're
check on the statue.
transporting.
There's the
Yeah,
statue's
is it
still in
there?
there, hasn't been touched.
Yep.
Okay.
Would you like to loot the
Uh,
goblins as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
we never found out what those items did.
Which items?
The
The
leaf
ring and the
necklace.
necklace.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the necklace was just worth money, but the ring was a ring of jumping.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
ring of
right.
jumping.
Yeah. So someone has a ring of jumping if you wish to use it, but
At this point,
I don't
the
think
only
right now
person
you
that
need much jumping. So
right, but the only one of us would really care about jumping, I think, is going to have to be Yuntog. Jump into combat or whatnot,
right.
or
Yeah.
maybe the mage to jump out of combat. But would that provoke? That would probably provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give the
Okay.
ring to Young Tog then.
Yeah, join
Oh,
the
man.
group in the first 10 minutes. Get some loot.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Guess
you
like,
have
wow,
a
all
ring of
around.
jumping now, Yuntog. It allows you to
Easy
cast the jump
peasy.
spell. On the goblins, each goblin, so 5 of them, each carry between them various trinkets that total to a gold piece each. So nothing of particular value. You also find a messenger bag filled with what appears to be curved strips of pale, foul-smelling wood.
I nibble on one.
Yeah,
Don't just eat it.
I'll let him do that, but the moment he doesn't keel over, I take the bag and throw it in the fire.
And if you want, you can give me nature checks or medicine checks to figure out what they are, what it is.
I'll take a nature check or a medicine check.
I'll take
Yeah,
a
medicine
nature
check.
check.
I'll do a nature check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check.
Elfie, you recognize them as giant toenail clippings
Oh,
from a
put that
giant.
in your mouth.
And
Oh, I had that in my mouth.
also, give me an Arcana check, Elfie. You know
Typical
that
half-orc, though.
you know that the that giant toenail clippings are a valuable ingredient for making a potion of giant strength, and to the right buyer could be worth 100 gold.
Ooh.
Too late, they're in the fire.
That's not I know. Don't do that.
She catches me right before I toss it.
Yeah.
I move around the back of the caravan and start throwing up.
Yuntog trying to clean his tongue off and puking on the ground.
I walk over and pat him on the back, and I'm like, it wasn't my, I've had that pain, bro. Totally had that pain.
Do you pat him on the back while standing in front of him because you're blind and then he gets vomit on your shoe?
Starts patting
I'm
the.
sure I can maneuver myself around that sound.
But you're blind.
Yeah, but
He starts patting the wagon on the back,
yeah.
consoling the
Patting the
wagon.
camel.
Patting the camel.
Pats the camel on the back.
That will be the pat.
You
that
think
broke
we
the
should go
camel's
back to resting now?
We should go back to our watch rotation, and everyone else should get some rest.
That's true. So
Who
Yun
has
talks
that?
up, I think.
Oh, so Elfie gets attacked on a watch and she doesn't even have to finish it. I see how it is.
Oh no,
That's me. I got attacked. It was me.
I'm going
I
to
just
thought it
sneaked
was
back
us.
to sleeping area.
I'm suspecting a Yontog Elfie rivalry forming here.
Who is the better watchman?
I jump up on top of the wagon
Okay, go ahead and give me a
and
perception
continue
check.
trying to
Yuntog.
clean my tongue off.
Go ahead and give me a perception check for the rest of the night.
Yep.
Yep, you notice nothing of particular note after the goblins try to ambush you, so you guys successfully finish resting through the night.
What about what's his face? Statue guy, wagon
Azam,
leader. Yeah.
what about him? Like,
Well, I mean, does he want
he
to talk
dead?
about the fact that we just got attacked, or does did he sleep through it, or
He
like?
slept through it.
he mostly slept through it. Like, he wakes up towards the end, but, he saw you guys were doing your jobs, so.
Like,
He went back to sleep. Said fuck it.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
I mean, he hired you guys as muscle. You guys are hired muscle to protect the caravan.
so I
If I
asked
die,
him
I die. Should be right.
specifically, like, is this normal on this caravan route? Is this a goblin area? Should we be expecting this every night? Like,
He says it is not unheard of for bandits to attempt to rob us, goblins or otherwise.
I mean, did we just stop a major goblin caravan robbing ring? Like,
I would doubt that they were of any. I would doubt that they were of a larger group. Otherwise, they may have brought more with them. And he goes out and he starts looking over the bodies. He does actually notice some patches on them, on some of their clothes. And he pulls it out and then he kind of frowns. He says, these goblins appear to wear the garb of bad fool.
fantastic.
Bad fruit.
The bad fool.
Says, looks like we may have made ourselves some enemies for our past transgressions.
Okay, going back to bed.
So thanks for letting us know about that.
Well, that was we were the ones who made the past transgressions in the last adventure.
Right?
We hired or we got the Etten to work against the bad fool.
Fair enough.
Yep, but otherwise, like I said, the rest of the night goes uneventfully. And the next day, you are able to pack up and continue moving your caravan.
Cool.
What are you doing, Tamlin? You're just darting all over the place.
I'm just doing my thing. It's my blind man.
I just can't. I'm just following him around, making sure he doesn't die.
Tamlin wonders why there's so many bells following him around.
Tying more
Trying to
bells
find
on.
the statue, but the bells keep moving.
So you continue
Big
on your
step
way
up.
the next day. Ahead of you, a few days later, you see a black spot of movement on the horizon. As you travel, it gets larger and larger. Azam looks worried. Another caravan, likely Zents. Normally, I'd suggest we camp with them. Safety in numbers. What do you think?
I would suggest that we do that, but keep the caravan with the statue and our guards
Separate.
over the next ridge.
That's a good idea.
Can we roll for insight?
Well, we're hired to guard the whole caravan. That means all the wagons. Despite our interest in the one particular.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I say there's no point in not meeting with them, but if I get a shifty vibe, we're definitely. I will counsel departure.
Fair enough. Roll a vibe check.
Yep. I want nothing but good vibes here. Good vibes. No whammy stop.
Okay, so you approach. You do see that the caravan is relatively well armed. There's
Better armed than us?
probably it's kind of hard to tell. You see 6 members of the group in total, 4 of
We
which
can
appear
take
to
'em.
be ready for combat. One appears to be in the garb of a priest.
Is he
and then
blind?
He is not.
Are they a
blind.
mirror match?
He is not blind.
Okay.
Oh,
So they don't have the power of the
deaf?
blind.
But you approach.
he could have been your lover.
You approach, and a larger man who appears to be the leader steps out forward, and he with a dour looks on his face, kind of nods to you. He's a well-tanned man with balding blonde short-cut hair. He has a scar on his face, and he gives off the aura of a well-disciplined man. But he approaches and he says, "My name is Fazul. How can I help you?"
I walk up to one of his camels, and I say, "Hi, Fazul." Put out my hand.
He watches you
I
walk
like-
up towards a camel with slight
Yep.
interest and confusion.
I move
So
up
I
Tamlin over
I
so
walk
he's-
up behind. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll walk up behind Tamlin and lift him up and plonk him down.
I don't even act
In
like
front of the
anybody
right
touched me,
person.
and I just keep my hand out like this is normal.
Fazul looks down at your hand and looks at you, Yuntog, with a kind of quizzical look, but nods, and he shakes your hand. And he says, "What
What
can
do
I
I
do
find
for
out from
you?"
the grip? What do I find out from the grip?
He seems to be very strong, like someone who has probably seen a lot of combat. You can tell that seems like he has a good sword arm on him.
Okay.
I put my hand out and try and shake his hand and try and crush his hand as a battle of strength.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check. So if you go to the main tab on your character sheet, there you
Yep.
go.
Oh Jesus, that's
breaks the
crit.
guy's hand. That's a great hello.
You give him a very good hearty
God.
hello, and it is clear that you are the stronger of the two. But when you do that, he raises an eyebrow and he nods to you approvingly,
Jesus Christ.
as if he
Yeah,
appreciates.
you crit the
others.
handshake.
He seems to appreciate strong men. So
I won't roll a crit for the rest of the game.
Yeah. But that crit handshake though. Hashtag crit handshake.
Oh my god.
anyway, Fazul says, "Well met. Is there something I can do for you?"
What is your cargo and where are you headed?
He says, "My
I don't need
cargo."
specifics.
He says, "My cargo is my own, but I will leave that as it is, and I will not question yours. We are currently traveling a few miles along this path, but then we will be diverging and heading north. I assume you are here to travel together for safety. If you wish to rob us, I assume you would have weapons out by now."
Rob you?
I pushed my weapons further into my cloak.
Is Barathel north or is it along a different path?
By his description, it sounds like he would be going a different direction.
Okay.
So yeah, as best you could figure, it would probably be you could bed down for him for a bit for safety in numbers and travel maybe part of the next day, but after that you'd be parting ways.
Okay. So, do I sense any duplicitousness in his words?
Give me an insight check.
Waiting.
No, you think he's on the up and up. He doesn't seem. You can tell he doesn't want to reveal what his cargo is. You think that's more of a precautionary thing,
Yeah, I
just
basically
because-
wanted to find out if he was an idiot and tell us what he was carrying.
right?
But okay. I look at our wagon leader dude, and I kind of
face him anyway.
Oh, I surprisingly I get this perfectly accurate, and I turn my head directly to our wagon master guy, and I kind of nod to him, and I kind of be like, "Sounds good to me." Council working together.
Can you imagine having to roll a perception check every single time you turn somewhere?
I mean, subconsciously we kind of do.
Yeah, that'd be more of a passive thing, though. Passive perception instead of active.
Hmm.
But yeah, he seems amicable to the idea of traveling together for a bit. Yeah, he doesn't seem to object, and he basically, just from chatting with him for a bit, you think he's, if you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone kind of thing. But he agrees that safety in numbers is cannot be, put aside. That is a good idea to run with.
I ask him if who his master of the guard is, if it's himself or otherwise, and to discuss wagon layout at the next stop.
He says, "Yes, I am. I am the leader of this group." He says, "I am the wagon master, and I am in charge of the guard."
Okay, so I kind of motion our dude. I keep forgetting what the heck his name is. What is our
Azam.
Azam? Yeah, I motion Azam to join us, and the three of us will go walk off and discuss how we're going to position the wagons and such.
Okay.
Probably open up
Can
a
I-
cask of some kind of alcohol.
Try
Pie!
to
Bring out the pies.
break out the friendship pies.
Can I try to sneak a look at what's in his caravan?
Who's the
Or what's
sneakiest
in his
out of all
wagon?
of us?
Sure. Give me
That's
a
all.
stealth
Sneaky
check.
Sneaky like.
Stealth check.
Yeah, I doubt it's the half orc, but
Yeah.
+1.
With that, you're able to kind of sneakily, just as the people are going about their work, you're able to sneak a quick little peek in there. For the most part, you see some mundane supplies, but you do notice a bit of glints of gold here and there stuffed behind things. So you kind of suspect that they're trying to make it look like they are not hauling anything valuable.
As rich as they are.
Right.
Yeah.
But they
So-
they might have some wealth.
it's
on them.
important to note how stealth works. That all he's really telling you is that you believe that you are stealthy.
Mm.
Does not have to tell you you're caught. It's important to note because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I rolled this, okay, and he's not telling me I'm caught. That must mean that I'm safe." No, it does not mean you're safe. It just means you think you're safe.
Can
I
I
roll-
can I look around and see if anybody noticed me?
Well, that's
Uh,
kind of what the stealth thing is that all
I roll the crit stealth check, and you just see this big lump wandering around and shaking caravans around.
Oh, I say he's literally shaking wagons, like whole wagons of shaking them and listening to the sound they make.
Nobody
like
knows.
a kid at Christmas.
Yeah, just shaking the Christmas presents. Ooh, this one sounds like an Xbox.
Is it an N64? It's an N64!
Oh Jesus!
Can I roll to
So I
see if
wasn't
anyone
noticed.
noticed it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Okay.
Elfie, you think she was perfectly
nothing,
stealthy.
Jon Snow. Hey,
Perfectly stealthy, 100%. You didn't even notice. Yuntog
in
with
fact, you yell out, "You're super stealthy!"
Oh
I
God!
do like a secret handshake with Solana.
Elfie.
yeah, Yuntog with your roll. You don't think she was seen. You didn't see anyone notice anything.
Easy.
So after some time, I come back to our side,
Mhm.
and I gather everybody around me, and I go, "Okay, so what did you find out?"
Well, I took a look at their wagons, and seems like they have a bit more money than they've been telling us, or than they've been leading on to. We
I
might
give-
have to watch out for more goblins at night.
This might
Well, I mean,
might
I
make us
don't-
more of a target.
Well, I mean, I don't think that we need to worry about it because we're carrying a lot more value than they think that we're carrying anyway.
But they don't know that.
So I
But we didn't know that they were carrying what they're carrying either.
But now we know.
so
Are you insinuating that we need to steal from these kind people?
No, sir. I'm insinuating that we might have to look out for more.
yeah, they're all already not being
thieves in the
completely
night.
up and up.
Mm.
So at this point, I turn to everybody else, and I'm like, "Did anybody else bring the initiative to try to find out more than Solana?"
Um,
Not
everything's
particularly. We were just making sure she wasn't being caught.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
They was
there's
just watching my back.
Okay, so you guys had a plan and worked together. Excellent. Everybody gets a gold star. Never go into a situation like this without gaining knowledge. You all did well today.
I take the gold star and stick it on my forehead.
It's a figurative gold star.
Oh.
He carves himself a gold star.
I
in
pull out my
his-
pocket knife and I just start carving.
I look disappointed.
Oh.
But seriously though, this is exactly what I want from my apprentices.
Disappointment.
What did you
Like
find
when
out,
were
Tamlin?
talking to anything.
Nothing that we didn't already know. He's a very dutiful man. He thinks a lot of his own abilities, rightly so in most respects. Um, I don't see duplicitousness in what he tells us, but I don't think we can be carefree about the working together. Um, keeping we'll keep our own sets of guards up at night as if we were alone. But if there's a fight from an external source, I do think he would join in in the fray.
Okay.
Yeah, we should work
Yep.
out the watch schedule then.
Yep.
Same
I'd just
schedule as
suggest that we
before?
keep. Yeah, I'd just say that we suggest that we keep it as the same. Just before we do that though, is Elfie's health back to normal, or is she still hurt?
Yeah,
Yep,
she's
I'm
back to
still
normal.
alive.
It's been a couple of days,
Easy.
so you guys have actually rested a couple of times. So.
Oh, okay. I thought this
Did
was
you give
the
us
same
a
day.
long rest for?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yep.
Yep, I just didn't advertise.
Oh, yeah.
it, but I did.
Sweet.
Yep.
Okay.
I see it in chat.
Last time
Yep.
I checked, I still had spell slots gone. So cool.
So yeah, you guys travel with them for a bit. When you're getting ready to wind down for that night, they do invite you over to have dinner with them. They seem to be willing to share their supplies with you. So they're making a big old stew.
Yep. I bring when I'm walking over there, I pick up a cask of mead or wine or something out of the caravan.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
Okay.
bring over
And
friendship
bring that with
pie?
I stop everybody before we all go over there, and I say, "Who is staying with the statue?"
I will. Just bring me back some
Oh.
food.
Okay.
I'll bring you a pie special for you.
Thank you, Tamlin.
Yep. So sitting around the campfire, they're putting together a nice stew. They invite you over, and they start telling stories of the desert. One man telling a humorous story about someone he knew and his favorite camel who he lost in the desert and went on search for to try and find it. But
Oh no,
all in all, they seem to be relatively pleasant now that they've kind of gotten used to you. They don't really seem hostile or really seem to mind that you're there.
I tell a classic old man story that doesn't really have a point or get anywhere, but a lot of references to back in the day or back in my day.
You just kind of
And,
keep going
back
on.
Yeah, it's just like there's no point, 2 rods to the hog's head and all that.
I rest against the statue, thanking myself for trying to stay with the statue instead of listening to Tamlin jabber on
Yep.
to these
One of-
I make
newcomers.
fun of
About
One
the
of his
onions on my
stories.
belt, which was the fashion at the time.
Style at the time.
I make fun of Tamlin going, back in my day we used to pull the caravans ourselves.
Come, stay a while and listen.
Uphill both ways. In the snow, in the desert.
The ever shifting sands.
You ever seen desert snow? It's not nice.
Snow on sand? Are you ludicrous?
And we didn't even bring our skis.
But the dunes were amazing.
Made for some excellent skiing. Yeah, everyone go ahead and give me charisma checks. Everyone who's with
Even me?
here we go.
everyone
But
who's
I'm with
eating
the
with them.
statue.
Yeah, you're fine with the statue. You're not trying to convince the
Okay.
statue of anything.
The
Yeah.
bard does not get
Unless you really
charisma
want to.
checks.
I mean, is there
No.
anything you want to convince the statue of?
Can can I roll performance instead of charisma?
Yeah, sure. Give me a performance.
Natural 1. My last roll was a natural 20, and now my roll's a natural 1. This is how
So
it's going
what
to
you're
be
saying
from
is
now
you're
on.
average.
Wow, Young Tug. You need to like up your game.
Yeah, get on my level, noob.
Yeah, get on my
Well,
like
I
level
still got
7.
better than Elfie. I mean, come on.
So,
I'm the champ. You're the chump.
after providing a fine night of entertainment, Fazul kind of takes you to the side, Tamlin, and he says, "Look, my friend, I'm going to tell you a little bit of information. Uh,
His accent keeps changing.
Don't bring attention to it. Let it happen.
You're ruining my
You're
immersion.
talking to the same person. It's okay.
he says goblins have been more prevalent here on the Black Road. We have our group has usually tried to buy them off, but they have been disinterested in that recently. I believe you have said you're heading further down the Black Road towards, I believe it's Parnas, correct?
Yeah, goblins. Can't say that I've ever seen any.
He says, "Well, just to let you know, there was a barricade set up by some hobgoblins where they are going to charge people a toll to get by. That happened relatively recently."
This is good info and also very troubling.
Yes, it is very troubling, my friend. Also, a group of bugbears has been working with said hobgoblins. I suggest you give them a wide berth, and if it was my choice, I would probably give the whole pass a pass completely and just go around it. But that is up to you if you want to pay their toll or not.
I at this point play yeah, some oh, I can't think of the word. I'm going blank. Anyway, I play old man and I go hug bears. That sounds delightful.
Says,
Play
no,
dumb?
not hugbears, my friend, bugbears.
Oh,
The nasty
oh,
kind.
I see. I've
He
once
says,
killed a bugbear with one shot of my bow.
says they're
Blah, blah, blah,
they're oddly
onion
well
will.
organized and using cunning traps. I've heard.
Hmm. Thank you for this info.
Says you're welcome. I would not like to see harm befall you and your friends.
Though, nor do I you and yours.
With that, he nods and goes back to his people.
Alright, I come back and relay the information to the group so everybody knows.
Okay.
We've got barricades and hug bears.
Shall
there
we
any way
just
to
go
go
around?
Yeah, go around.
Can I just jump in there and just knock them all over like Skittles?
No, young dog. Sit down.
Though I like
I've got
the
a gun for you,
barbarian
I've gotta use
badges. But the blockade itself is troubling, but the bugbears. My character should know what a bugbear is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just like big goblins, right?
pretty much. Bigger, meaner, tougher goblins.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
goblinoids.
How much more time is it going to take us to avoid them in our travel than just to go through?
Well, you don't know exactly where they're at yet, and it depends on how wide of a berth you want to give them. But
Also,
Pay them off. Do we have
well,
enough gold?
anything that's going to be large enough to be a barricade, we'll be able to see
right,
coming.
right.
So let's
But
Is
Yes.
there another road that he knows that they're not on?
I'm sorry. What's that?
Well,
Is there a road that we'd be able to bypass them on, or are they, or we don't know about that?
You don't necessarily know, but the way he was speaking of it, Tamlin, it sounds like they're basically blockading the Black Road, so you'd have to go off path to go around them.
yeah, wagons aren't exactly off path.
Right.
These wagons, at least. At this point, let's see if his warnings hold true, and if they do, we'll take it from there. But at this point, at least we have numbers.
I agree.
Well, before we leave him, do you think that we should ask if he has anything of value to help us fight them? Any in his
Well,
caravan?
even even ask if he has any information on how we would be able to bypass them.
Yeah, that's a good question. How did he get past the blockade if he knows so much about it?
Well, he's going that direction. Like he's not coming from that direction.
Oh, so he got okay.
Like he's
Crap.
going the same direction you guys are, and then they're gonna veer off on a different path.
Is
Well,
that veering off because of the
No,
blockade?
they have a different. They're heading somewhere else.
And we're
Um,
headed to. We've already been to Venethil, and we're heading back to Parnas right now.
Yes.
Okay. Because when he said Parnas, I thought we were going to Venethil or Verithil or whatnot. All right.
You were in Parnast. You went to Verathul, and now you're bringing the stuff back to Parnast.
Parnast, not just
Parnas.
Parnas.
Not
Right.
Parnast.
Parnast.
Parnast with a T.
Okay. I get it. A T. Hamlin.
Stop beatboxing, Jesus! This is not the time.
Okay. I mean, there's not really much we can do about it other than, I mean, we might be making a mountain of a molehill. We might be totally in over our heads. Not going to know until we see the blockade.
Let's just keep going.
And just the way he spoke about it, Tamlin, it sounds like it's much further down than it's going to be a ways. Like he didn't make it sound like it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be in several days.
Yeah.
Easy.
Good
So
old
you-
lemon squeezy.
Yep. So you have time to plan if you wish to. It's not something you have to decide about right now.
So I sit there looking excited and twiddling my thumbs.
Waiting for the action. I was promised goblins.
Yeah, you should
just-
be like champion at the bit right now.
I just sit
I'm
there
talking to Elfie like this new guy is gonna get us into trouble.
You didn't realize that as soon as he said half orc?
Super upset that like our cloaks have already been like already.
I just sit, I'm twiddling my thumbs that hard. You see smoke coming from my hands.
That's good. I mean, we already know that's probably possible. I mean, you crit the handshake. You got the crazy hands
Yeah,
now.
I've got some
He has
pretty
no
good cards in my
charisma.
hands.
He has no charisma, but he can rock
What's your-
a handshake.
What
got
does
a
he have
big
for plus to sleight of hand? Like, is he a master magician or something?
Yeah.
Right. Read this news, and I bring Solana her special thank you pie for
Ah.
watching the statue.
Thank
And,
goodness.
I head to bed.
Okay. You pass through the night without any problems. Not as in you die, Tamlin.
Make sure you check there aren't any. Make sure you check that there aren't any giant toenails in the
Oh,
in the
yeah, I
pie.
hit something crunchy in the pie.
Hold on
What did he
now.
bring me?
Ooh.
You can trust that I take the pie very seriously.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
but
a
you might have
regular
gotten some
sized
stuck
pie,
in your
but
brain.
the giant's toenail is like full size, so it's like 3 feet long and just sticking out of it.
Oh, jeez.
What is
It's a
Tamlin
scoop.
thinking?
It's okay.
Your
I
pie
won't
scoop.
let them put some
It's a spoon.
Oh, thank you, Elfie.
Just see Tamlin
Not
just
that I
putting it
didn't
in
put, like-
putting it in a cutlery drawer somewhere.
So you travel with this other group for about half a day, at which point they need to take their leave and they say their goodbyes and wish you safe travel.
At this point, I advise the caravan to stop until they are out of sight distance,
Mhm.
just to make sure that they can't see exactly what we're doing, where we're going. We just kind of camp out for the afternoon while they travel away. Saves us some time, but I'm a little paranoid about that group.
Okay. Azam says that would probably be wise.
Let them go off into the distance, then we'll make our move.
Yeah, we pretend like we're lashing things down and stuff like that so they don't get sus.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Zom
Hashtag
says,
sus.
you can never fully trust a Zent.
So, what do we know about Zens? What's up with them? Why is he so? Why is he a dick?
Give me a history check, I guess.
Being all
Everybody.
racist.
Yeah, everyone can.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we're just gonna have to straight up ask him because this isn't. We're not exactly.
Yes, 3.
I mean, this is a history check. You are a barbarian. I mean, you're doing pretty good on the whole strength checks and damage thing. You're fitting your
Yeah,
role pretty
sorry.
good, man.
Yep, fitting the archetype to a T. Tamlin, you know when he refers to Zent, he's talking about Zentarum.
Yeah.
Solana and Elfie, you know he is referring to again Zentarum, which is referred to as the Black Network, and it is basically a group of spies, assassins, and what have you.
It's like the Thieves Guild and
Right.
the Dark Brotherhood mashed into one, and then
Right.
decided to make a handset merchant around.
Right, and they're
I just think he's
pretty
talking about
big
an
as far as
insect.
factions go.
Yeah.
Young
Okay,
Tug-
no
Young
more
Tug, this is all
information
news
needed
to
from
you.
me. He's like
Yeah.
Black
I just
Underground.
think he's talking about it. Yeah, I just think he's talking about an insect.
Yeah. I've seen 8 bugs.
I'm not wearing any black underwear.
Just picks up a rock off the ground, starts nibbling on it. Should be right.
All right.
Okay, so you guys pick up and
That's
you
all. That
start.
guy was Zentarum the whole time. I did not realize. I completely forgot who they were.
Well, thanks for telling us. Jesus.
Well, that's. I mean, like, I personally, like, real life for realsies, forgot who the hell the Zentarum were. Like, we should have been like counting our purses every hour on the hour with them around.
Realizes my ring's been pickpocketed. Oh no!
Check your purse. Check your.
At least Tamlin still has his beautiful pink cloak.
Yeah, just
And his bells.
Yeah.
check and
And
make
the
sure you
bells.
still have all or
Oh,
extra
the bells
organ,
probably saved us.
like an organ scar or something. Like, make sure nothing was taken. Like, you wake
Yup.
up without a kidney with that group.
Yeah, you don't find anything missing. You do know that, like, as far as desert travel goes, like, if people are going to be amicable, they're usually not terribly underhanded because it's too easy to screw someone over in the desert. And once you do, you know, that's like a death sentence. So if people are going to be amicable, they're not going to try to underhandedly screw you over necessarily. They're just going to outright attack you and take your stuff.
Yeah.
Only just notices all of my clothes are gone.
And then you remember that you're a barbarian,
Yeah.
and that you just have like 3 sets of loincloths, and that's it.
Yep.
My
What?
favorite loincloth, it's gone. And then you
I was
see
wearing a suit 10 minutes
Solana
ago.
like cleaning a wagon with a piece of cloth, and you're like, oh, there it is.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just pull out.
Cleaning
I
the
just pull out
statue.
my handbag.
Cleaning the statue with the cloth.
The statue must be perfect.
And then that's
I
when
found
you
this
tell
cloth.
that's when you tell her that like it's your lucky loincloth, so you haven't washed it in like 3 years.
It's got
Yeah.
love hearts on it.
And I drop it and scream.
All right.
I pull this handbag out from thin air and pull another loincloth out of it.
Oh, so you've got the Zelda baggage system.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
It's just-
continue your travels. The next day, one afternoon, after the midday stop, you notice a faint respite from the oppressive heat. A slight breeze ruffles the tassels on the camel's tack and the driver's robes. It is a relief in the hot hair. Someone points to the south, and you see a cloud on the horizon. You haven't seen a cloud in days. It seems to be moving directly towards you, and fast. As you look closer, you see blocky shapes on top of the cloud that resolves quickly into buildings and towers. Pennants snap at the wind in its passage. And the cloud isn't the only thing coming towards you. Behind the cloud is a speeding, whirling storm of sand and dust kicked up from the desert. You are
Son
in
of
a
a
deep
bitch.
black shadow for a moment as the speeding cloud palace passes over you. There are the sounds of horns from above, and the cloud castle turns to the northeast with a delicate, ponderous turn towards the Grey Peak Mountains. As it
Does
turns,
this
The wall of
Good.
rolling clouds continues in its wake, and you have a moment to protect yourself and the caravan from the oncoming sandstorm before it consumes you.
It's a good thing we took the
I
time.
look up and swear at the cloud.
Yeah, it's a good thing we took the time to protect us from sus or whatever. But
And the breeze blows my loincloth up.
I am so thankful I'm blind right now.
Does it
You just-
Dolly Parton style?
Yep,
Yeah,
I
Tamlin just-
sense the disturbance in the force anyway.
Tamlin just is standing downwind of me and just gets this stench
Aw.
blown at him.
Half orc.
We have been
I look at
traveling in the
Elfie and
desert.
sigh.
Right,
Oh,
so-
goodness, these men.
Yeah. Don't you lump me into that!
Don't you put that evil in me.
Don't you put that juju on me!
Yeah, I
You got the
blush.
stinky naked one and the blind dumb one. Like, what are we doing?
Tamlin might be a bit airheady at time, but he's not dumb.
Blind and
Young talk
grumpy. I'm
blunt.
sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, Yontog blushes and
so,
giggles.
so can I roll let's see. Wouldn't be nature.
Oh, you're trying to figure
History-
out what it is?
Yeah.
You can give me either Arcana, History, or Survival.
I roll a land vehicle check.
I'll roll
Well,
a history
you
check.
automatically
Just
fail
here.
since it's not a land vehicle. My best one, and I roll a 5. God bless it. I'm like, pretty cloud pretty.
Yeah, so Elfie,
Storm bad.
you know that this is a cloud palace, which are made by cloud giants. They're usually luxurious castles and gardens filled
boss.
with magical fruits and silver fountains. They're supposedly kept aloft by magical runes that take years to inscribe. Solana, with your history check, you know that the first cloud palace was built by the god Stronmaus, but the father of the cloud giants, Nicias, won the palace in a bet. There are also rumors among dwarves that a cloud giant castle crashed some 200 miles south of Mulmaster before the rule of man. And Tamlin, with your survival
I don't
check.
know. I don't know, Jack. I'm like, cloud bad cloud.
The only thing you're able to tell is that the cloud above you, it seems to either be completely unaware or doesn't care about the problems of anyone who's below it.
Yeah, as soon as some who is it? Elfie, I believe. Yeah, as soon as Elfie mentions cloud giants, I'm like, they passed, right? They didn't stop.
Yeah, they passed.
Okay.
Yeah. But now
Uh,
we have the sandstorm.
Pray to whatever god you hold sacred that they do not come back, because we are not prepared.
Okay, so you guys have mere moments to save what you can. So there's
I
a
grab a
total,
camel
there is
and I yell, "Yuntog, save me!"
So there's a total of 4 wagons that need to be saved. There's 3 pairs of camels, and each wagon's driver would need help being saved. And you guys can choose what you pick. So the camels you can save in pairs. There's a wagon of food, a wagon of water and medicine, a wagon of weapons, and then the wagon with the statue. Azam is immediately heads for and starts saving a pair of camels. So that means there's 3 pairs of camels left, and then the drivers. So what do you wish to save with your mere moments?
I'll save the water and the food.
Okay.
I'll save the statue.
Okay.
I start barking orders, and I'm like, Yontog, on the statue. Elfie, go for the water. Solana, go for the food. I'll grab some camels.
Are you sure you should be grabbing the camels?
I've already got a grip.
runs over
It's like it's a sandstorm, and I'm blind. I'm doing what I can.
Yeah.
Like,
That Tamlin just
and I'm probably gonna fall over. I'm using the camels for shelter.
No, Tamlin just runs over and just grabs
But-
me around the waist.
But seriously though, Yontog, protect. Make sure you got a grip on that statue and everybody else at your places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's the
just
water
I just
and the
go.
Are the water and food?
I just
in the
crawl.
wagon?
Oh.
The water and medicine are together, and the
yeah.
food is separate.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I tell Elfie, go to the water, and I'll get the food.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I crawl under the wagon that has the statue in it and grab onto both axles. Like
Okay.
grab my hands on one axle and my feet on the other axle and just try and hold it down.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, Yuntog.
Here we go. 7.
Well,
Should have used your hands, man, instead of your arms.
you could actually, if you want, you could rage and give yourself advantage, so you could roll a second time and take the higher of the two.
Well,
Rage against the
yeah, well,
sand.
I'm already pretty pissed off that there's this cloud palace that's gone
Yeah,
overhead and
So go ahead and
whipped
roll
everything
again.
up.
Nice.
It's exactly the same.
Oh, jeez.
That is enough for you to hold the statue down because it's heavy enough. Tamlin, what do you wish to do? You're saving the camels, right?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to save the 2 camels that I'm
Okay.
with.
Give me an animal handling check.
Animal handling. Animal handling in my soup.
What?
Don't worry about it. I got this.
Yep, you're able to keep the camels calm enough and keep them,
I'm a freaking druid.
in the
I just,
storm.
I just yell druid stuff at them and
Work
they're...
them around in the storm. And then Elfie and Solana, what were you two taking care of?
The water.
Okay.
She's on water and medicine. I'm on food.
Okay. You guys can give me either... You can give me an Arcana or a History check, your choice.
I'll do Arcana.
Yeah, I guess I will too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Judging
So you guys get the crit rolls.
judging by the
You want food and water? Like,
judging by the way that the castle was moving, you're able to judge the way the storm is moving. So you're able to move your wagon so that it can maneuver through and survive the winds properly.
That's why I put the
Awesome.
girls where they were. I knew they'd be able to take care of business.
So the storm passes. You're each able to save your respective wagon. Between all of you, you
What
save...
did what's his name get the other 2 camels?
Yeah, Azam saved 2 camels, and then you saved 2 camels. So you have a total
What
of
about
4
the-
camels.
4th.
we don't have any more weapons.
Yeah,
Was that what was in the 4th one?
Yep.
Yeah.
The wagon
Good thing all I need
drivers...
is a stick.
The wagon drivers,
Well,
2 of them get lost in the sandstorm, and you see no trace of them after it passes, but one of them is okay.
You mean they ran off with the weapons crate?
And yeah, you see no sign of the weapons wagon afterwards. You suspect it's probably buried, which is probably also the fate of the other wagon drivers.
I suspect that the 2 wagon drivers just drove off.
So, you've lost out on 1 wagon, 2 drivers, and 2 pairs of camels. But you have enough camels that you can haul the rest of your wagons, albeit at a bit of a slower pace. Azam is
So
willing...
which is the lightest wagon?
The lightest wagon is probably going to be the one with food.
Okay, so I saddle myself up to that one.
Okay. Azam is more than willing to man one of the wagons.
Drive
and
me.
You have another driver who is surviving, so you guys would just need to man one of the wagons. And Azam is...
Well, that's going to be
different.
pretty
I
easy.
think Tamlin should
I've
stay
saddled
with
myself up
Azam.
to the wagon, so I'll just walk behind everything.
Yeah, the not going to be driving a wagon. Not
Tamlin
good
needs
for
to
the
stay
group.
with Azam.
Well, no.
Yep.
Technically, I'll be driving a wagon, won't I? Because I'm saddled up to it.
All right, me
you can
and
drive one of them. It's not that
Elfie
hard work.
will take care of the statue.
Okay.
What?
That works.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, you're able to completely rearrange yourselves and get everything up and going. Azam does express some unfortunate feelings towards losing out on, everything that you guys have lost out on. But it is what it is, and the desert is a harsh mistress, as he says.
Oh, he's so eloquent.
So you continue on, and the rest of the day passes uneventfully. And then 2 days later, as you are trudging along the black road,
Trudging.
trudging,
Don't
you,
like trudging.
you've been watching the mountains come into view for days, but today they're close enough for the caravan to head up into a far more forgiving environment. You see trees and mountains and clouds above them. As you get closer to the foothills, form desolate badlands, and the black road twists through them. After traveling for hours the mountains through the Badlands, the Black Road goes through a steep-sided canyon. Ahead, the road is blocked by a crude stone wall and an iron gate. A few broad-shouldered, ill-featured armored humanoids move back and forth along the top of the wall. With this defensive structure, they own the road and the passage to the west. You see a faded, tattered banner with a leering skull of some loathsome, tusked creature flying over the battlements. Of course, you can take your chances by turning around the battered and weakened caravan and going back out into the desert to try to find another route.
I unhook
Sorry.
myself and immediately run up to the caravan that Tamlin's on and start jumping up and down.
Okay. I don't
guess
see this, obviously.
And this is
I'll
the
describe
banner.
it.
He's up and down in sand. It's not exactly like it's noisy. Anyway, what is our food situation like? What is our water situation like? Our
Food and water supplies you're good on. You save those wagons. You could push back and push around. You might kind of start running out, but you guys did pack well, so it's not a huge concern.
I squint my eyes and try to tell like what's on that banner. Can I do like a history check or something? Like what kind of who the banner's for?
Azam actually mentions it and says that is the insignia of Bad Fool.
Oh goodness.
I honestly, for in-character reasons, kind of want to give Bad Fool a bit of another black eye because I don't suffer no bad fools. But out of
Tamlin
character,
starts turning into a rapper.
I don't suffer no bad fools, yo.
as an out of character thing, like there's no reason for us not to pick a fight because what's the fun in not picking fights?
You've come all
How
this
many
way.
Well, I mean, technically we don't. I mean, as from a completely tactical point of view, we know that there's going to be a fair amount of people there, and we also don't have the weapons wagon, so we can't. It's not as if we can armor ourselves up to the teeth.
Can we see how many people are there?
Give me a perception check.
Tamlin's totally going to see how many people he sees.
Yes, crit 2-1.
Yeah, that is a type of crit, yes, but that is a critical failure. No, Elfie, welcome truly live.
Yeah, so Elfie and Solana, it's hard to tell from your distance right now. Like, you'd have to get closer to be sure, but you would guess that there's probably about a dozen looking people, humanoids on the wall and moving about.
I want to point out that the blind man saw more than the half-orc.
He smelled more.
Yeah, you smell goblin on the wind.
Yontug was too busy jumping.
I'm just looking the other way.
He's too
Well, I'm not
excited
even
to go
looking.
fight him.
Just
Yeah.
stick my head in the sand like an ostrich.
Yeah, at this point, I kind of like grab his head and twist it towards the.
The stink is that way, boy.
Yeah, the smell
did it
worse
frank
than you is that way.
So what do you think we should do, Tamlin?
I ask our wagon leader, and honestly, we are set up to go around. We've got the supplies. We don't have the supplies for an assault. We're not forced to take an assault because of lack of supplies.
Now, do they know that we're just a random caravan, or could we pretend that we're working for Bad Fool and like get past them?
Okay, so can we do like a Battle of Bunker Hill type thing where we just like pull
Like,
one
can we
cabin,
persuade them that we're on their side, or?
one wagon over a hill, like over and over again, so it looks like there's just like tons of
Hundreds of them.
hundreds of wagons coming over.
Just from what
And
you
then like
know,
cha-ching.
just from what you know of Bad Fool's men, you know that he basically deals pretty much exclusively in goblinoids and giants, so that they probably
Yeah, but you
wouldn't
said
buy
these
it.
are humanoids.
Humanoids, right? That doesn't mean human. That just means they have a humanoid shape, like
Ah.
arms, legs, a
Hmm.
head. They stand on 2
Okay.
feet. Yeah.
Well, I'm a half orc. I mean, if we wanted it, like if it was the way that we wanted to go, I could probably
Do you
go
speak
up there
Goblin?
and say that I'm looking for a job.
That sounds like that'll take a lot of time. They got a vetting
Yeah.
process. Like they're not gonna let the
Gonna-
We're not doing another pie eating
Gonna
contest.
fill out the
yeah,
application.
like you're not gonna go up there and be like, I like the trying to find other solutions, but first you get up there, then you go through the 3-week trial period, and then you're like,
Yeah,
hey,
well,
I've got these buddies, let's let them
background
through.
checks. Background
you
check.
know,
Well, no, not so much that.
you can't you can't use me as a reference.
All
Yeah,
that it'd
that would
be
not
is
go well
I'd
for you.
say, all that
I
I
think
was
we
thinking
should,
is I'd go up and say that I'm looking for a job, and then they come through, and I can just sort of like surprise a hell of a lot of them.
Single man Trojan horse him.
Yes,
Just
Well,
hide
you-
in the statue.
You do have
I
that
just
ring of
push it.
jumping.
just pick up Tamlin and
You do have that ring of jumping. You
Yeah.
can cast jump on yourself and jump up on the battlements, but without them
See,
realizing you can do that.
can I jump over the whole thing?
Probably. Your
Just,
strength is high.
Like, I
enough, you
mean,
probably
if I picked up a wagon, could I literally just jump the wagon over it?
you wouldn't be able to carry the whole wagon with you, so that'd be too heavy. But you could
Damn.
you could stand on a wagon and easily jump up on top of it, because they would not be expecting you to jump on it. They wouldn't
Okay.
think you could do
All
that.
right, so
So there's an
So-
option.
Yontog wants to fight. Elfie, what do you want to do?
I think we should try and go around them since they haven't seen us yet.
Solana?
I guess we should just go around them.
I advise the same. I think it's 3-1 Yontog.
Well,
I
Azam
look
does
exceedingly
speak up.
disappointed.
Azam does speak
I
up
pat
and say that
Yantok on the back. It's
the
okay.
idea of backtracking does not sit terribly well with him, just because the desert is dangerous. But he will go with whatever you advise.
Yeah, I just think that's what we have. We are in the business of getting the statue into a Parnest. I'd rather do it maybe just a few days late and but survive than
Azam does say, he says, "Well, this is supposedly a toll road. Should we at least try to find out what the toll is?"
good call. All right,
Maybe we
Group
can send
meeting, we go-
Yontog up.
we're going as a group. Yontog, stay with the statue in the caravan. We need you to guard it in case attack. But Elfie, Solana, come with me. Let's go and meet with the. Specifically, I want the bard to use her bard skills to go.
To persuade them to let us through.
Yeah, go bard them up.
Go bard them up. Oh God. Okay.
Go.
Just walks in with like the Ocarina of Time music, like, do 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 do.
Who do I get the attention of first?
Um,
As we walk up there.
Yep. So as you approach, as you get near the wall that blocks the canyon, you can see that the sandstorm that was so costly to your group also did damage to this area. Tattered banners hang from poles that have been knocked aside, and some of the crudely applied armor plates of the ramparts have been torn away. There are a dozen armored hobgoblins in position along the ramparts, unmoving as the caravan approaches. Off to the side, you see vultures feasting on something that died in the sandstorm earlier. Once you get about 60 feet away, a short, broad-shouldered, armored humanoid rises to the edge of the rampart behind a crenellation. The humanoid has a dark orange skin, vicious yellow eyes, and a surly expression. definitely a hobgoblin. You
Or
are
a Trump.
entering
Like my kind of
Brad
kid.
Fruhl's domain, and you must pay the toll, he shouts at you. Only by gold or blood will we open the gates. And everyone give me perception checks.
Well, I am a blood donor.
So we're being yelled at by a Trump.
Yes.
So to make sure I got that joke in there.
We're gonna build a wall.
He
and
built a
kick
wall. They built
everybody
a wall.
out.
He's orange skinned. I mean, come on, people.
Orange-skinned, building a wall.
What is this, perception?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny. Does my
Tiny
perception check let me
hands.
see if he's got does my perception check let me see if he's got tiny hands?
It does not.
You're not even up there with us. You're with the statue.
Like, all the way back there.
Yeah, but
Can't
I
see
can
anything.
curl my hands up and use them as binoculars.
So yeah, like Elfie and Yuntog, you see about a dozen well-armored hobgoblins up there.
Wow, he's
Solana,
got damn good sight for up on the.
Solana, you actually
I see
notice
one.
most of them appear to be fake.
Oh,
I see one
snappity snap.
hobgoblin
And Tamlin, you do
I see one hobgoblin
you do
with
hear a lot
viciously
less
tiny
wrestling than
hands.
you'd expect.
What's that? What now?
You hear a lot less wrestling than you would expect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm like, so, how much is the toll?
He looks you over and he says, "The toll is 15 gold pieces or 2 camels."
Yeah, I'm
It
not
seems
giving any
like-
camels up. How dare you try to take Yontog from me?
Try
calm
and
down.
sell him our toenail.
Yontog is my apprentice, god damn it!
It seems like you guys got hit with that sandstorm
Who
pretty
dude,
poorly. Did
tap you on the shoulder when you start talking about their inadequacies? We do not need to tip their hand that we know. I'm just kind of like shaking my head vigorously, like no, putting my hand across my throat.
I'm wondering if you guys would take
You don't
anything
know
other
man's
than
pride.
gold to pass.
Whoa, hey, chill out. This game isn't into prostitution.
Hey, yeah, like something like
Something like food or medicine
or
or
giant
water
Giant
toenails. or whatever.
Yeah.
or giant toenails.
Like that,
Yeah.
like-
I mean, like seriously, we have them. They're valuable.
I yell out, they taste delicious!
I actually like this.
Promise!
We actually offer the bag of giant toenails.
Yeah.
Can we roll for persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, make the bard persuade.
Well, can I
go ahead and
actually
give me a
persuasion?
persuasion check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also of the, yeah, he turns his nose up and he says, "I don't want no stinking toenails." But yeah, just from the brief interaction you've had here, with your perception checks, Solana, you can tell that of what all you see up on the wall and all around, there's actually only maybe 2 people guarding it.
And one of
Can
them is
I-
Trump.
What's that one? Can I send a message, like, telepathically to Yontog, I guess?
If you
Or
had
no,
that
to
Yeah,
my
you're-
entire group?
Your message cantrip
Yeah.
allows you to send messages to people that only they can hear.
Holy crap, she actually has the cantrip?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
So yeah, you could send messages to them.
So out of nowhere,
I-
Yontog has
out
this
of nowhere,
voice
I can hear all, or I can talk to all. Can I talk to all of them, or
I
just
just yell.
one at a time?
You do it one at a time, and they actually
Okay.
can reply to you. So you guys can even basically have a whole conversation going amongst yourselves with you as the relay.
I put my 2 fingers to my ear like I'm talking over a communicator, like the Avengers do in the first movie.
Okay, guys, I
Just puts his fingers up to his ear. Wade, what's the sitch?
All right, so I send a message to my group one at a time. I think that we can take them. There's just 2 of them that I can sense.
I
What do you guys
respond,
think?
I completely agree. These goblins are
I
fools if they think they're going
myself.
to get anything from us.
I agree too.
I
Are they
unhinged
bad
myself and
fools?
just start sprinting up there.
well, we haven't fought them in combat yet, but they're definitely fools.
I just start sprinting towards this wall as fast as I can go.
Okay.
I'm,
If you're
I'm just a
gonna,
bit worried about leaving our caravans unattended.
True. That's true, Alfie.
yeah, if you
Amazon or
wanna
whatever his name
sprint
is,
at him,
hopefully
Yontog, we
we'll
can
be able to take
roll
care of him.
initiative.
Alfie, can you
Yeah.
like slip away back to the caravan, or can one of us try?
No, I think it's good if we just all. We still got
We just all
Alonzo
just
or
rush them?
Amazon or
Oh.
whatever the heck his name is. To, I mean, then there's the other, the one camel
The
driver.
one
that
wagon
survived.
driver. All right, so initiative
Okay.
then.
Sounds like it. I think Yontog's wanting to. He smells blood.
Oh, crit
Oh
initiative.
no!
But at this point, I want to go last. All right, can we reposition ourselves? I do not
Sure.
want to be. Well, actually, I want to be right
I just
there.
put you guys down in a
Let's do that.
bit of the pattern. So the only two that are actually moving are this one and this one. These two right here. All the rest seem to be decoys.
And which
So
one
is
is
it the
Trump?
goblin or the hobgoblin
the-
that's Trump?
Trump is the guy up front.
The
We're actually
hobgoblin.
talking over.
The captain.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So
It's Tamlin's
who's
turn.
yeah, yeah is
Yep.
it Tamlin's turn or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we jumping into initiative then?
Yeah, it's fine with me. I mean, like, it's go time.
Yep. Tamlin,
Well,
you are first.
Cool. I'm casting Fairy Fire on those two guys. I'm gonna make them a lovely shade of chartreuse.
You and your chartreuse. Ooh, they
Is
both-
there any other color than chartreuse?
Well, he
Not
doesn't know.
that I know of. Looks like they both
Oh
failed.
lord.
Yep, they have
So-
both failed.
Yeah, cool, neat. So they should both grant advantage. So we get to roll twice when we try to hit them. So
did you apply the effect to him, Tamlin?
I think I unselected him before the effect was. Stop trying to do it for me. I like to do it myself. Stop it.
No. You are a child, and I must do it for you.
okay. Are they on the wall or
Yeah.
are they on the ground?
They're on the wall. So
Okay, can I send a message really quick to Young Talk to jump up there as soon as he gets
Yeah,
a chance?
because like
I don't think you need to tell him
like
that.
is there
Yeah.
is
At
there
this
like,
point, we're trying. It's harder.
at
to
this
keep
point
him on the
I'm
ground.
like there.
Um,
Is there any way that where is it? Elfie can give me a boost or a buff or something?
well, you have the ring of jumping, and we could say that you have casted it before, before the
Yeah.
combat begins, which is fine. So on your
Yep.
turn, yeah, you'll actually be able to just hop right up there, no problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it is the Hobgoblin Captain's turn first. He sees you cast your spells, and he begins glowing, and he does not take kindly to that, Tamlin. So he actually fires his arrows at you, saying, "You'll regret that."
My one fear that he was going to cast some kind of like animate object thing, and all the fake hobgoblins came to life. But yeah, sure, come at me, bro.
And he
The
actually...
Don't
canyon
raise me,
walls
bro!
just come alive.
What's
Huh?
that? What was that?
What was that? Cam? What'd you say?
Did we lose Cam?
Did we lose Young Talk?
Maybe.
I think his connection is
Yeah, it looks like
Bad.
we lost the webcam, so we'll ask him when he gets back.
Don't talk now.
Does the arrows hit?
There he is.
Did he rejoin?
About
Please.
anything about arrows, so
There you go.
I'm assuming that I've had arrows shot at me.
The
Nope.
arrows are actually going at Tamlin. And he is actually throwing a javelin.
So
And he misses you,
Oh, okay.
Tamlin. The javelin lands at your feet.
I am. So what's
Elfie.
basically happening here is I'm going to be I'm saying to myself, I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. They're all just missing as the blind
Something like
man
that.
walks forward.
Elfie, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna use
Could I possibly? Could I,
magic missile.
Okay. Yep, you would actually get to hit him 3 times with that.
Damn.
Yep, so he throws his javelin and puts him off balance for a second because he threw so terribly. And in that moment, you take that second to smack him in the face with a few magical darts. And the actual goblin steps forward, and he fires his short bow at Tamlin since he saw his boss try to hit him. And he hits you, Tamlin. His arrow flies true for 8 points of damage. And the Force is no longer one with you. Yuntog, your turn.
You're trying to talk and we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Yuntog. I think you're on mute.
There you go.
can I pick that javelin up?
Yeah, you can pick it up if you want to.
Okay, so first up, I pick the javelin up.
Uh-huh.
And if I throw that, is that a bonus action or no?
No, it would be your action. So it would take your attack action. But you could easily jump up there and go to town with him on your great axe if you wanted to.
Go, just stab him with his own javelin. Just be a dick.
I
He
am
dropped
already
it!
up there. Oh, that's pretty savage.
Just return.
So I come up and I go into a rage because Tamlin is almost like he's dying very quickly. So I'm up there and I'm in a rage.
And you yell,
And-
Obama sends his regards!
And I'll come up there and I will go to the captain with my raging great axe and yell, I supported Bernie.
You stab him in his
And-
orange face.
Yep, I roll in with 15 to hit.
That definitely hits.
You! The great acts of justice.
And then I slash 6 plus 5.
11 points of damage. You catch him with a good, hearty hit to the chest.
Did he not have him selected? Is that why we're not seeing?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. He's looking a little bit rough now, but he's not
hang on.
on his last legs.
Hey, that thing looks orange to me. That looks pretty buff or messed up.
What thing?
They have little health bubble indicators in the bottom
yep.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's not on death's
he looks
door
pretty
quite
dead.
yet, but he's being hurt, definitely. Solana.
How much HP does this dude have?
Okay.
I've only got 14 HP. How?
I want to move up to the wall and start screaming at the captain about how he's horrible and I can't believe that he would
I
build this
love
wall
vicious
to keep us
mockery.
out of here.
Vicious Mockery is, I think,
And-
my favorite spell in the game.
Yeah, he's awful and he's
Oh
orange and
my
nobody likes the
God.
color orange and he's just a piece of shit. So, yeah, Vicious Mockery.
Small
Go for
hands.
it.
Smells like cabbage.
And he doesn't care at
You're
all.
so unimaginative. You needed a
He fails, so
small
you
loan of
succeed.
$1 million.
He fails, so you succeed. So
Oh,
go ahead
okay,
and roll
never
damage.
mind. Woo!
Woo, natural one.
One damage.
1 damage, but more importantly,
Yep, you
He's,
make him feel bad about his
I make him
choices.
feel bad.
More
you
importantly,
make him
So
swing
you're-
at disadvantage.
You're right,
so-
I shouldn't have built the wall.
It's a
Tamlin.
great
You know,
wall.
like
I've got the best wallpapers. They're definitely the best.
Tamlin.
Everybody's envious of my wall.
I've got the best car top my wall.
What would you like to do, Mr. Tamlin?
That's a good question.
Excuse me for a sec, guys. Phone's ringing.
Sure.
No worries, dude.
Yeah, you've got a few minutes before your turn anyway.
Well, I am. So if I move up to the wall, will I be in melee distance of the? If I go up to the goblin
No,
one.
no. They're 10, 15 feet off the ground, up in the air.
All right, then I am just going to use my short bow on the hobgoblin captain. No witty retorts, just a straight point and shoot.
Well, you're doing the like you said earlier. I'm one with the force. The force is one with me, right?
Yep,
That's
and
how
I
you're able to
crit.
shoot him.
And crit.
That you do. Your arrow strikes true and hits him in his neck. He is not quite dead though, but he looks like he is on death's door.
And I'm also going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself. Excuse me.
Okay.
And I'm almost back up to full. And that will be my turn.
After you goes the hobgoblin captain. And he will worry about the barbarian that is in his face.
Hey!
Because that does not sit very well with him. He swings at you with his great sword and automatically misses. And for his second attack, he will
Easy.
attempt it again. And he actually hits this time.
Doesn't he have disadvantage?
For the first attack. It's just on one attack, but he rolled a natural one anyway.
Right, that's
What?
kind of why I was hoping. But oh well.
He hits you with his great sword and deals actually half that.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
He actually only deals half that. So you're still up.
Okay.
Because you are raging.
Are you just trying to scare us or something? Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I'm just
No,
like, right.
the hobgoblin captain has a feature that when he's in melee, he will deal extra damage if he has a buddy with him. Basically a sneak attack type thing.
Ah,
And why does he get 2 attacks though?
He has 2 attacks. That's what he
Good.
has. 2 melee
Yeah,
attacks only.
okay.
Captain.
a barbarian would get multiple attacks.
Yep,
Later
yep.
levels too.
At later levels, a barbarian will get more. Elfie, your turn.
Shoot her!
So he strikes you really well across the face with the pommel of his sword. It doesn't deal nearly as much damage as he was hoping, though.
I'm going to
I got a sick ass scar though.
attack the hobgoblin captain with my magic missiles again.
Heck yeah.
Get him, Elfie.
Dying! Yes! At about this time, the goblin knew he'd done effed up.
That's when he realized.
To be continued.
And the goblin. He attempts to run away.
Get an attack of opportunity from
Yep, he actually
Thank
throws
Jesus.
all caution to the wind, so Young Tog, you can take an attack of opportunity against him if you wish.
Most definitely. I will. Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna throw the javelin at him. Because he's running away, I'll throw the javelin after him.
Well, you would get okay, never mind. Wait, doesn't he get he's fairy fired. Doesn't he get
That was
Roll
rolled
twice?
that was rolled with advantage. You can tell 'cause it's green. He missed.
Boo.
Damn!
I'm trying, guys.
That was
I'm
my-
trying to help you guys out.
That was my good javelin too.
That's about as far as he can
I
get.
just got that javelin.
It was my favorite javelin.
I build the best javelins.
Definitely the
Wouldn't
best.
know. And Young
We've
Tog,
got top
it is your
javelin scientists working on it.
turn. It is your turn, Yuntog.
Oh god. Okay. So I will turn my
Jump after him.
attention
You've got
to.
There's nothing else.
Oh
Just go
god.
after him. Jump after him. Seriously.
You could
Yeah.
attempt to jump
If
down
I-
upon him.
well, I don't
You have the ring of
particularly want to go into where there are 3 other people, but I probably can't see them because they're inside the.
Well,
No,
they're
they're fake.
Those are
They're
fakes.
fake.
Yeah, all the others are
They're
fakes.
Oh, okay.
Caution
So
to the
I
wind, man. You're a
will
barbarian.
make.
You insulted your mom just by being alive.
Yeah, I will make the attempt to jump and land on top of the goblin.
Yep. You could
Like,
certainly do that.
like do some damage on that.
Yeah, you could bring your axe down on him as you come down if you want.
Yep. I'll do the raging, like my hand axe while I'm raging, or can I use my great axe?
You can use your great axe. Just kind of a two-handed,
Yep.
bring it down right on top of him. And
Let's
with
break it
jump, you
down.
can easily jump that far, so...
Oh, it doesn't matter. I missed again.
Ah.
I'm not very good at this.
So you'll land
Barbarian is not credit to team.
you'll land next to him since you can't occupy his space, but you are now threatening him more so. Solana.
Oh goodness! How can I get over this wall?
Can you just go through the door?
Oh, okay.
Well, there is a gate down in the way, but Yuntog, now that you're on the other side, you can actually see a lever to open the gate. And it is over here.
Would
Can
he have
come
the
open
movement
gate?
left to do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could actually move over
But he
and try
just
to
jumped.
open it if you want.
At the end of his last turn?
Yep, at the end of your turn. The goblin would get to poke at you, but
Do it.
I don't think that's much of your concern.
Do it.
Open the door. Yandog.
Open sesame.
We have to kill this goblin.
I think you're on mute, Yuntog.
I think he's frozen again. Oh, no, there he is.
He's moving.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yep.
So can
Alright.
I can't throw my hand axe at him, can I? At the
No,
at
you
the
already
lever
did
and see
your-
if that opens it.
You already did your
your
attack.
So you
Okay,
can't
well
attack
I'll run back over there then.
Okay. Yep. You
Okay.
can run over and open it. The goblin does take a swing at you. Let me roll for him really quick. He does hit you, so
At Tamlin or at Yandog?
at Yuntog.
Well, you're attacking me.
Yeah, you're
I
attacking
Yeah, well,
actually had
it
you
says
covered.
he's targeting.
I changed it, but he smacks you, and it's pretty ineffective. He does actually half that again because you're raging. So, so you're good.
Yeah.
And Solana, it is your turn.
Let's see. Can I thunder wave at him?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
If you're gonna do that, you have a little bit of movement left. Why don't you move to the just past him, so that if you hit him with the thunder wave, it pushes him back towards the wall.
Yeah.
Right
Little-
here.
little- Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
that's
little
fine.
metagaming.
Yep, you'd be pushing him back towards the wall if he survives.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Fails. So he
And
will take the
Tamlin's
full
just sitting
brunt
up
of
the
it.
back like, where is everyone?
Yeah. It suddenly got very quiet.
You do not deal enough damage to kill him, but you do knock him back to the wall. He doesn't fly far enough to actually hit the wall because it only knocks him 10 feet. So,
Okay.
but he gets knocked back in front of the wall. And after Solana, it is back to you, Tamlin. You hear the gate open. You hear Solana rush in. Then you hear a loud boom.
I'm going to run up there, cast Shillelagh, and I'm gonna bop him on the head, like the bad little boy that he is. I'm going to not target myself.
Yeah, you don't want to hit yourself. I mean,
Please,
it's an
Tamlin.
option though. If you want.
Hit.
It hurt itself in its confusion.
Instant death.
Yep, you clonk him over the head. You feel his skull
Do I have to
definitely
do
crack.
everything?
You feel his skull definitely crack, and he slumps to the ground lifeless.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me.
You have successfully defeated this tricksy goblin ambush.
Alright, now I'm like, Yontog, get rid of this wall somehow.
Can we loot the bodies?
Yeah, you could loot the bodies. On the hobgoblin, you find a total of 49 gold in small coins. You would suspect that it's probably the loot that he collected. He has a blood-stained suit of ringmail emblazoned with a fist and sword that is actually the insignia of the Order of the Gauntlet. You suspect it's probably stolen.
Yeah, that's
he,
cool.
He also has a pair of bracers that appear particularly nice. An intricately carved wooden bow of wood elf make.
Ooh.
I think we should
So
give Yuntog some bracers to match his
clothes.
Well,
loincloth.
let's find out what the let's find out what the if the bracers do anything first, because they
Oh
might
yeah.
be like archery bracers or something along those lines.
Do you wish to take a short rest to figure out what they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you take a
Well,
short rest so you can spend some
first,
hit die.
Tamlin did.
Go ahead.
First,
Sup?
Tamlin did ask me to get rid of the wall, so I just run back and charge headlong at the wall.
Okay. Yep, you work on tearing down the wall.
No, I just bash it with my head.
Well, I mean, you've got a half orc size head. You might do some decent damage.
That's what I'm thinking. Do you want me to roll a strength check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength check. Or athletics, actually.
Yep, athletics.
Yep. And since you're raging still, you could do it with advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
So go ahead and roll again and see if you roll higher.
Okay, Oh,
There we
Hell
go.
Yep,
yeah.
you make short work
That's a
of the
crit.
wall. You make
Heck
short work of
yeah.
it. You tear it down for the most part. There's still bits of it hanging up, but for just a few moments, it's pretty much there and then not.
Yeah, just run it.
Anyone
So-
else think that we feel like we just did what was that movie called? Mad Max, the last Mad Max movie over again. Like we just ran through the desert as fast as possible.
Fury Road.
Fury Road.
I feel like we just Fury Roaded this.
So yeah, you take your short rest and you find out the bracers are bracers of archery, which Tamlin totally called.
Can we look around and make sure that there's nobody like imprisoned here or anything like that?
Yeah, you make short work of looking around. There's no one really in the guard tower, no one in the walls. If there was someone in the walls, you would have knocked it over on them. But yeah, you don't find
They'd
anyone
be dead.
immediately around. You would suspect that if they were going to do anything with anyone, they'd probably kill them before anything else before taking them prisoner. So,
Fair enough.
and Yuntog, it looks like you're the only one who took some damage, or no? Tamlin did. So you can actually spin
Did
your
he?
hit die.
That's right. Yep. So I do.
Yep. So if you go to the main tab on your sheet, down at the bottom where it says
Yep.
HD, you can double click that die to heal yourself some during the short rest.
Yep.
I go ahead and cast Goodberry,
Okay.
and I hand out good berries to everybody.
Thank you.
It's
Does anyone get archery? Who should we give the
What's yours at, Elfie?
um
Or like, what's your what's your dex at? Wouldn't archery be dex?
Yeah, it's Dex. Archery's Dex.
Basically, since I might be the only one who is maybe adept at. Though I do carry around a bow of my own, but basically, you guys need it more than I do. So if one of you has a decent dex,
Both
I've
Elfie
got
and
13
Solana
plus
have
1.
14. And
yeah, it's
Yuntog
almost
has
as good a
13.
dex as I have. So,
Elfie, you can have them.
cool.
yeah, something to do when you're. Well, she has a pretty good cantrip. What do you have, Solana, for range?
Well,
I have
Solana
Mage
has,
Hand.
Vicious Mockery.
Message of this is.
Oh, that's okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, then, honestly, then if you both have decent cantrips, I'll take the bow and the bracers, since I actually kind of rely on bow a little bit.
Range.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bow is just a short bow. It's nothing special.
Yeah, I
Quick,
all my
give the
spells are
point.
generally utility spells on purpose. So
Quick, let's give the bow to the blind man.
Who has been on
I
point
think
with
that
the
will
dang bow
benefit
so
us.
far?
Who rolls better perception checks than I do?
Yep. So after your short rest, you're able to pick up and travel on. And after you travel on, you actually continue traveling for a couple more days, and you are successfully out of the desert, and you arrive back in Parnas without incident.
Whoop, whoop. I wouldn't say without incident. I mean,
After the Hobgoblin.
oh, okay.
Your journey
I see.
continues, and soon you find yourself passing through foothills of the Grey Peaks. You camp one last night before you reach Parnas the next day, keenly aware of what you lost with the fewer wagons and companions when you started. Around noon the next day, you reach the small town of Parnas, but find that few townspeople that come to greet your ragged caravan. The half-elven cleric Chandra thanks you quietly. We're so grateful that you braved the Black Road to bring the statue of our goddess to us. We could have used the rest of the goods that were lost in the storm as well, but now we have her guidance at least. She gives you a kind, gentle smile. Please, take your payment with our gratitude, she says, pressing a small black velvet bag of coins into your hands, and let us get you baths drawn. We'll have you stay for a meal, and we can offer you a safe place to stay the night. Lodgings can be difficult to find in town. As you look around, it's apparent from the reactions of the bystanders that this long speech from the cleric is the most words she's contributed to a conversation in years.
What am I going to do with a picture of a bath?
And she pays you each 50 gold pieces.
I assume we split up the salvage gold that we got from Trump
I would assume
equally. So it's almost another be about 10, 12 a piece from that. Yeah, almost 12. Be one person would get. I'll take the 11. Everyone else
Yeah.
can take 12.
Yep.
You guys earned it. You guys
You
did well this
each
adventure.
get your 50 gold. And with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here because we're actually a few minutes over again this week. So I thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to all of our guests. This is actually the last week that they'll be playing with us. We'll be choosing new guests after this week. So
And when we be playing on Friday night
yeah,
instead of Thursday
we'll start
night?
playing on Friday nights instead of Thursdays after this week.
Why couldn't you do that now?
We
I would have been able to do Saturdays.
So yeah, I thank all of you for joining us. Thank you, Audrey, Suspicion, Cam. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you learned a lot. Hope you had fun.
Thank you. Yes, it was fun.
Thanks.
And yep, thank you everyone
Thanks
for
very
watching.
much. I'm really sorry I couldn't be here last week.
That's all right.
Yeah, no worries, man.
And I hope we'll see you around, maybe watching us in chat and having a
Oh,
good time
yeah.
and everything. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
fully
everyone.
expect to see everybody commenting in chat next week, telling the young whippersnappers who don't know what they're doing what to do and such.
At least you don't have a blind man leading you.
I'm the best blind man leader you've ever had.
Well,
So-
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yep, thanks
It was a
everyone.
lot of fun. Thanks, guys.